Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are diving into a story that truly warms the heart. A tale that proves a little bit of kindness can go a very, very long way. It's the story of Qalbaz, a name that might sound unfamiliar to many, but it's a name that has become synonymous with compassion and the incredible power of a simple, good deed. So, who is Qalbaz? Picture this, a stray dog, wandering the streets, lonely, hungry, and probably a little scared. This was the life Qalbaz knew. For many people, a stray dog is just part of the background, something you walk past without a second thought. But one day, something different happened. A person, let's call them our kind stranger, didn't just walk by. They stopped. They saw not just a stray, but a living being in need. This stranger began leaving out a small bowl of food and some fresh water for Qalbaz each day. It wasn't a grand gesture. It didn't cost a lot of money, and it didn't take much time. But for Qalbaz, it was everything. It was a lifeline. It was a sign that someone cared. Day after day, the routine continued. The stranger would put out the food, and Qalbaz, cautiously at first, would come to eat. Over time, a beautiful and unspoken bond began to form. Qalbaz started to recognize the sound of the stranger's footsteps. The fear in his eyes was slowly replaced by a look of trust, and then, eventually, pure, unadulterated joy. A slight wag of the tail turned into a full-body wiggle of happiness whenever his new friend appeared. This simple act of feeding a hungry dog had blossomed into a genuine friendship. The story could have ended there, and it would have still been a wonderful example of everyday kindness. But it didn't. The stranger, seeing the gentle and loving nature of Qalbaz, decided to share his story online. They posted a few pictures in a short video, simply documenting this daily routine. They didn't do it for attention or fame. They just wanted to share the sweet connection they had formed. And that's when the magic really started to happen. The internet, as it often does, fell in love with Qalbaz. People from all over the world were touched by his story. They saw the transformation from a timid, lonely stray to a happy, trusting companion. The comments section filled with messages of love and support. People shared their own stories of rescuing animals, of the power of kindness they've witnessed in their own lives. The story of Qalbaz went viral. It wasn't just a cute animal video. It was a beacon of hope. In a world that can sometimes feel overwhelming and negative, this simple story of a person and a dog reminded everyone of the good that exists all around us. It showed that one small act can create a ripple effect, spreading positivity far and wide. This newfound attention brought a wave of support. Local animal rescue organizations reached out, offering to help. Veterinarians offered free checkups. Donations poured in, not just for Qalbaz, but for other stray animals in the area. The stranger's small act of kindness had snowballed into a community-wide movement. It inspired countless others to look at the stray animals in their own neighborhoods differently, not as a nuisance, but as potential friends waiting for a chance. So what happened to Qalbaz? Well, with all the love and support, the story has the happiest of endings. The kind stranger who started it all officially adopted Qalbaz. He went from a life on the streets to a warm, loving forever home. He now has a soft bed to sleep in, endless toys to play with, and a family that adores him. The videos continued, but now they showed Qalbaz playing in the backyard, cuddling on the couch, and living his absolute best life. But the legacy of Qalbaz is so much bigger than just one dog's rescue. His story became a global phenomenon, a symbol. All you need is a little bit of compassion in your heart. The story of Qalbaz also highlights the incredible resilience and capacity for love that animals have. Despite his rough start in life, all it took was a little bit of consistent kindness for him to open his heart and learn to trust again. Animals have so much to teach us about forgiveness, loyalty, and unconditional love. Qalbaz is a perfect teacher. His story has been featured on news outlets, in blogs, and shared millions of times across social media. Why? Because it resonates with a fundamental human desire to see good triumph. We all want to believe that kindness wins, and the story of Qalbaz is a tangible, heartwarming piece of evidence that it does. Stray animals are not a wild species. They are domesticated animals that have been let down by humans in some way. They are a community problem that requires a community solution. And that solution starts with individual acts of compassion, just like the one that saved Qalbaz. This story also shows the positive power of social media. While it can sometimes be a place of negativity, it can also be an incredible tool for good. It can connect people, raise awareness, and mobilize support in ways that were never before possible. The global community that rallied around Qalbaz is proof of that. A simple video, shot on a phone, created a movement that changed lives. So, what can we take away from the incredible journey of Qalbaz? First, never underestimate the power of a small act of kindness. You might think it's insignificant, but it could mean the world to someone else. Second, be open to connection. Friendship can be found in the most unexpected places, with the most unexpected beings. Third, if you see an animal in need, and you have the ability to help, please do. Even a simple call to a local rescue can be a life-saving act. The world needs more stories like this. We need to be reminded that amidst all the chaos, there is still so much love, so much compassion, and so much hope. Qalbaz isn't just a dog. He's a symbol of that hope. He is a fluffy, four-legged hero whose story started with a simple meal and ended with him winning the hearts of millions. And it all comes back to that one person, that one decision to stop and care. They didn't know their small gesture would spark a global phenomenon. They just saw a creature in need and decided to help. That's the core message here. Don't wait for someone else to make a difference. I hope it inspired you as much as it inspired me. If you have your own story of kindness, animal rescue, or just a moment that restored your faith in humanity, please share it in the comments below. I would love to read them. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel for more uplifting content. Until next time, take care and spread a little kindness.